Hey guys, Kevin Keene here with Sounds to Live By. Today we're going to be talking about something I think hangs up a lot of songwriters. Because we are artists, we can tend to isolate ourselves and to get into modes where we're like, I'm in my cave writing. I'll come out when I have an amazing song or an amazing album. I think it's important, not only for our own well-being, but for our songs as well, to make sure that we do not separate ourselves from the relationships we need to not only become better songwriters, but better people. So, building relationships and making sure that you are in a community is really, really important. Some people use the word networking for whatever reason. I don't like that word. I don't know why. It just sounds like you're trying to get something from people, whether it's good for them or not. And I just don't like that. That's, doesn't have to be the case. I'm not saying the premise is the same, is building a relationship, finding people that you have something in common with, and being a giver in those situations, but also being willing to receive. The first element in that is simply just to get out and be a part of things. Go to shows, go to, writers' meetups. I'm a part of a songwriting association here in Northwest Arkansas, and a couple years ago we did these monthly showcases where people came and shared their songs, and people got to give feedback, and it was really cool. It was a really neat time, and I built some relationships out of that. Doing those kind of things will really help you, because if we get so isolated to where we're judging ourselves by ourselves, it's not a healthy thing. We have to see how we fit into a bigger community. We are pack animals. We're made to be a part of a village, of a group, of a tribe. And going alone is not going to be what is good for you, not for your art or for your soul. So get out to shows, go to events, meet people, go to conferences, go to these things that help to pull out the fire and the enthusiasm you have for songwriting. And also helps you to meet the people that are going to become part of that picture of your life that you're going to look back and say, man, I remember when I met this guy or this girl at this event, and we ended up collaborating together, and that's what led to this. And it's just a big puzzle. So make sure that you're getting out there and pulling in all the pieces you can, and you're not sitting at home with your one puzzle piece just hoping that your songwriting will get better. Get out into the world. You can buy coffee or lunch for someone that you look up to. I just reached out to a guy I really look up to here in Northwest Arkansas. Has a top-end, high-end studio. And I said, hey, can I buy you lunch? I just want to talk. And it was great. He had so much good advice to give me. I walked away from it encouraged and inspired. Now, is he hiring me for something? No. Did we work on a business deal? No. We just talked. We just encouraged each other. We just built relationship, and that's super important. Another thing that you can do is get into co-writes. I'm probably going to make a video on this alone, but co-writing is the quickest way that you can improve your songwriting ability. There's just something about it. Every time I get in a co-write, I learn something new. I was in a co-write yesterday, and we were working on a song, and my co-write partner said, hey, did you notice we start every phrase on the 4 chord? And I was like, of the verse, chorus, pre-chorus, every and bridge, it all started on the 4. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like, we got to change that. I may have realized that eventually on my own, but I realized it a lot faster, and we were able to change it, make it better, and move on. So co-writing is huge, but in those co-write sessions, you have to make sure you're a good hang. You have to be upbeat. You have to be positive. The first people I heard say this was the guys on the DIY Musicians podcast. They had a thing on being a good hang. And I was like, that's such a good point. Like, in the years that I toured and was on the road, it wasn't the most talented people that you were drawn to and that I still have a relationship with. It was the people that were just cool to hang out with. They were just good people. Some of them were the most talented. Others weren't. I'm not the most talented songwriter, but I can get in a room and help bring it up and help bring some ideas and help say, stay positive. I'll be the guy that brings coffee. I'll be the guy that brings, some food to share. Be that guy, be that girl that is the one that's like, I'm going to show up and I'm going to make this thing awesome. Like, we're going to have a great time. And not just like, I'm working on this one song and here's what it is. And if you like it, great. If not, I don't really want any input. We can work on something else. Like, that's lame. Don't be that person. Don't talk about yourself the whole time at co-writes. Don't talk about your music the whole time at co-writes. Choose to work on someone else's song and help them when you get there. And I assure you that's going to go better for you in the long run. There is a book called The Go-Giver. If you have not read it, you need to read it. It's just it's a business book, but it showed me so much just about life in general. And I'm a Christian, so a lot of the elements in this book fall in line with Christian teachings about being giving and having the goal of blessing others. But the funny thing is that when you do that, the return on that is usually more success than what you would have ever been able to attain by being selfish. It's just crazy. It's just the way it works. So when you go into situations, look and see, how can I be giving to this? If you have a price you quote for shows that you play, and you should value your own craft, your own work. You should not shortchange yourself. However, every once in a while, if you find those situations that's like, hey, we have this cause and we really need a musician. We can't really pay you as much as you're requesting. Would you still be interested? I'm not saying you take every one of those, but make sure there's an element in giving somewhere in your craft, in your art. How are you blessing others with your gift? You will always benefit by giving. There's an element in the Go-Giver. There's like 5 principles, but one of them says make sure you always give more value than you take in payment. So make sure you're giving more to the world than you're requiring from it. Make sure you're a producer and not a consumer. So, quick recap: build relationships, go to shows, be a part of a songwriting community, be a part of something, and then make sure that you are every once in a while reaching out to people you look up to, saying, can I buy you coffee? Can I get together? Can we talk? That's all I want. No agenda, just talk. When you're in co-write sessions, be a good hang. Be the one that lifts up the room. Bring food, bring drinks. Make it fun. Have a good time. Don't make it all about you. Don't talk all about you. And go in with the mindset of giving and investing into other people. And then just for an overall goal in life, be giving. Give more value than you take in payment. Let me know what you think. Comment below if there's ways that you've found to implement yourself into community and build relationship, the value you found in that. I have a resource for you if you would like. There's a link below to a PDF guide that I call the Killer Melody Checklist. You can download that and match your melody against it and see if it passes the test and can really be the best that it can be. Also, if you go to soundstoliveby.com, right now I have courses available. I have a songwriting course available. And with that songwriting course, you get access to my private online songwriting community. In that community, we hash out different songwriting topics. We dig deep into these episodes, these YouTube videos, and talk more about how we can implement these things. And then we just get in discussion. Think of a Facebook group, but without all the added junk. So it's a private group. You get it by purchasing a songwriting course. So go there, check out soundstoliveby.com, and comment below. Let me know how you employ building relationships into your songwriting career. And like this video, subscribe to this channel. We'll keep pumping out content that is made to help encourage and challenge and produce songwriters that are prolific and giving life into the world in a way that this world really needs. You have the ability to change the world with your songs. So keep writing, be encouraged. You can do this. We'll see you next time.